Hello guys, my name is Chad Godoy, and for this video, I'm going to answer a question coming from a subscriber, from a fine light, lovely lady who asked me for some tips in my YouTube channel. Okay, tips about what? Tips about interviews. Okay, so I have a couple of tips for you to follow during interviews for your salvation. So these tips might not work or work for you, but still having a plan is better than nothing, right? So yeah. But before we do the tips, can you please type in the comments? I will pass the interview, no, so that everybody is engaged. No, the more we engage about something, the more we do something. Okay, so let's get started. Number one tip, okay, or number one that you have to do is you shall be honest all the time. Okay, honesty works hand in hand with trust. Okay, and without trust, nothing lasts for a lifetime. Trust is the real foundation of everything we do online. Okay, so if you don't have experience um, doing something, you have to be truthful all the time. Okay, number one is please don't claim other people's work as yours because surely people will find out whether you are good at something or not. So you have to be very honest all the time. Okay. Number two is you shall accept weakness and use it as your strength. Okay. If you are truthful about something like your age, for example, if you're old and you're truly honest about that, it cannot be used against you anymore. Every weakness you admit cannot be used against you in any interviews. If you admit you have no experience, they will not scrutinize you anymore for it. In fact, once you admit something, it can open the eyes of the unbeliever. So you have to be informed that during interviews, you are selling yourself. And as humans, we have flaws. And people who accept their flaws, no, will be seen as confident, brave, and trusted. So yeah, and there's always the word trust, right? Because people will not hire you not because you don't have much experience. Okay? People will hire you first because you put that trust on the line. Okay? You're not going to be to buy a product or service if you don't even trust the person, right? So please always remember the word trust in every interview. Okay. So, number three, you shall not claim something you cannot prove. Never ever oversell yourself, especially if you don't have any proof to back your claims. Okay. Never say to person, oh, I can make you sales, I can make you that, but like you don't even experience selling before. Okay. Once you ever claim something, you have to prove it and people will going to sense it if you're not saying the truth. Okay, number four is you shall review the subject ahead of the interview. If you already know the company that will interview you, reviewing them and spending time to learn about them is necessary in order for you to collect information that you can use. I'm good, okay, because I'm not the best freelancer out there, okay? I'm not claiming I'm the best VA. I'm good because I spend more time in preparation than my competition. You have to prepare. Okay, you have to prepare. Prepare, prepare, prepare. Preparation meets like luck happens when preparation meets opportunity. Don't be like others like they have interviews the other day and they don't even review the company that they're applying with. Don't be like don't be like those freelancers or those VAs who don't review the subject before they get into the interviews. Okay, number five, you shall not use other people's work. I cannot explain this further, but I just want to put it as one commandment during interviews. Don't ever claim other people's work. Other people does that online, right? Like they rip off, like they go to Upwork, they read the comments and then they like those testimonials in Upwork, in Online Jobs PH. They copy those testimonials and they put it as their own. And yeah, because some of the people are teaching them that they have to do it. They have to do those kind of things in order for them to be accepted during interviews. But I don't really recommend it. Yeah, for people, you can trick other people some of the time. Okay, but you cannot trick a good client with those kind of tricks, because the real client, the real people who hire for good money, for good pay, they know, they will know, because they're good at knowing that for sure. Number six, you shall ask questions about them most of the time. Okay, you have to list down at least 5 to 10 questions you can ask during interviews. Asking questions makes you more in control during interviews. It makes them talk and you listen. The people who listen more tended to be more in control during conversations. That's the reason why if you are having a hard time answering questions during interviews, ask questions so that you can become more control. Also, you will look more of an expert if you will ask questions and ask the details about their company, okay, about how they do their business. So it is prerogative. Like, it is a must in in any interviews, in any conversations. You have to ask questions in order for you to be in control. Okay, number seven is you shall wear proper attire even during online interviews. Yeah, wearing proper attire even during online interviews or discovery calls is a show of status, and it creates an impression that you are taking this call seriously. So I cannot explain that further. You already know that. I know. Number eight, you shall have a good night's sleep 2 days before the interviews. I know this is not in the book, but did you know that people often buy something or hire someone not just because they are skilled or have experience? People will listen to you more if you have good energy, and sleep gives you that. Okay. And that's the reason why sleep deprivation decreases the chance for you to get hired, because you are not sharp during interviews. You cannot you can't ask questions because you are tired, like. And sometimes you don't even want to listen to the people who are doing conversations with you, or the people who are interviewing you, because you don't have much energy, because you don't have sleep. So sleep is a must. Okay, and number nine, you shall prepare your question for the most important question. I mean, you should. And number nine, you shall prepare your answer for the most important question. Can you please tell me about yourself? You have to tell about yourself, and you have to prepare that elevator pitch or that story about yourself in order for you to discuss it further, because sometimes we stutter with this kind of questions, but because we don't prepare for it. All right. But if you are prepared, because commonly during interviews, this is the most common question that the interviewer will ask about you. The Can you please tell me about your question? And if you can prepare yourself, okay, if you can prepare yourself to answer the tell me about yourself question, and tell about the history of your work, or what work or what skill you are good at, and you already prepared for it, like, you're not just you're not going to stutter explaining yourself, because that's the most important thing. If you cannot even explain yourself, or cannot even answer the can you please tell me about yourself question, it it will create that environment that, oh, this person cannot even answer this question. How can, like, how can we know that he knows what she's doing if she cannot even tell something about herself properly? So you have to prepare for it. I don't have any list of you need to tell in order for you to answer that question. You have to know about yourself because I don't know about you. And it should not be templated because it is about yourself, for God's sake. I cannot tell that to you. I cannot tell who you are. You can only the best person, like to tell about yourself. You're the only person that can tell you, like can tell the best about yourself because it is you. It is your story. Okay. So yeah, that's number 9. And number 10, thou shall not make expectations. With less expectations, people tend to behave calmly, okay, and collected. So yeah, we have to be positive minded. No, before we get into interview, we have to have a positive mind that eventually we will going to get the result that we want. But like during interviews or discovery call, I don't really think that the interviewer is, or I'm the person, like during interviews or discovery call, I don't really think that I'm going to be the one that they will pick. Okay. Or I'm the one who's going to get hired. I don't really care about it that much. What I do care about is that I need to tell every good thing and bad thing about me during interviews, and I just have to be honest with that because that is the only thing that I can control. And I think that is the most simple thing to do is to just tell about the good thing about you and the bad thing about you, and don't make expectations. Just like make them curious enough, in order for them to remember you during interviews. And the best results happen if you think that way. No, based on my experience, the best result that I receive is when I think that when I don't make expectations during the call or during the discovery call. So yeah. So all right, there you have it. Those are my 10 tips or 10 commandments during interviews that I follow. You can use it for your pleasure. And I hope you learned something from it. And please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more information about freelancing and virtual assistant work or remote work online. And thank you guys for watching this video. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.